The thing that I find so perplexing is that even if your goal was, in some sense, to serve the planet, it's by no means obvious in any sense whatsoever that raising energy prices and impoverishing poor people will do anything but hurt the planet. So I don't even buy the internal rationale. It's like, well, we're supposed to be serving the planet. It's like, well, none of our policies seem to be doing that. Lomberg, I think, estimated in the same article that the net consequence of all the global climate spending since 2005 will be a 1/10,000th of a degree reduction in temperature by the year 2100, insofar as it can be calculated by the UN's own climate models. And so I don't get it. We've had 30 years of this nonsense. All we've seemed to do is make the energy grid much more ineffective. And the only place that's really made an advance in terms of reducing carbon output has been the United States. And they did that through fracking. And every environmentalist on the planet hates fracking because, they claim erroneously that it does such things as cause earthquakes. And so we're in a situation where the planet is clearly no better off, and in fact, by many measures, worse off than it would have been if we would just left it the hell alone. And energy costs are spiraling out of control, and people are being plunged into poverty as winter approaches. And there's no positive outcome of that whatsoever. And yet the leaders are all gathered at COP27, again, I believe this weekend, to do exactly the same thing. And so even by their own standards, the standards of the environmentalists themselves, why wouldn't they support natural gas if they're actually concerned about improving the planet, or nuclear power for that matter? There's something more nefarious going on at the narrative level, even than we owe fealty to the planet. It's something like we have to destroy capitalism at all cost, even if that means compromising the planet. It's worse than the nature worship hypothesis.
I think that's right. They're consistently irrational at a sort of a local or regional level. Here in the U.S., for example, I think that a religious zeal argument, sort of explanation makes some sense.
Ha 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 ha. Arrow. Ha 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 ha. Love, Grandpa.
What a generous gift.